Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Billington here, and I'm here to talk to you today about independent learning. Mr. Love's already spoken to you this week about setting New Year's resolutions, and I would like one of our whole school resolutions to be improving our independent learning. Now, why is independent learning important? Obviously, you come to school and you study for 5 hours every day. And some of you might be asking, well, isn't that enough? Why do I need to do independent learning? Well, unfortunately, lots of us have missed lots of school time for various reasons. Obviously, due to COVID, we had lockdown when none of us were in school. Lots of us have had to self isolate, or we've actually had COVID, and we've missed school time. And really, we're trying to help you to catch up on that missed time. Another reason independent learning is important is just to improve your study skills. You will always need to revise for assessments. It gets more and more important the way as you go through the school. So once you get to Key Stage 4, you'll be revising for your GCSEs, and it's really important that you know how to do that and how to study that. Obviously, we cover everything that you need to do, um, that you need to cover for your exams, but you then need to go back over that and refresh your memory on that. And it's about teaching you those skills in order to do that. Okay, so what actually is independent learning? It's going to be made up of two different parts. So the first part is compulsory tasks. Now, this is for all students. So whether you are in school in lessons or whether you're at home self-isolating for whatever reason, all students will be expected to complete these tasks. Okay, so you'll be set these independent learning tasks for all subjects every week. So we previously called this homework. It's now independent learning, and you should expect to spend at least 1 hour Monday to Friday completing these tasks. Okay, now there'll be some additional tasks there. These tasks are for students who are not in lessons. So if you're at home self-isolating, but you're well enough to work, or you're actually working in matrix or reflections, so you're missing your lessons, this is for you to actually catch up on that missed lesson time, and there will be some additional tasks on there for you to do. So where are we going to access this work? Well, similar to the last lockdown, we are going to use Teams to access this work. So we should be quite familiar with Teams, but I am going to refresh you on how to use that today. So you'll need to access the work on Teams in your subject year group team. So you won't be able to see all of these subjects that I have here. These are just all of these team tiles that I have here. They're just the ones that I'm a member of. Okay, but if you're in year 7, for example, you'll only be able to see the year 7 ones. And then you will access it through there and not through your class team tile. Okay, this might be slightly different if you're in year 10 or year 11, because your subject teachers might have decided it's easier to do it from your class team tiles. But if that's the case, they will tell you that in lessons. Okay. So where will you find the work in the team? The work will be saved in the class materials folder. Um, and then, so as you can see, we've got the general channel here on the left, the files section. You'll go to class materials, and then it'll be in folders with the date on them. Okay, so the week commencing date, so that you can easily find the right work for each week. What will that work look like then once you get into those folders? The tasks will be explained on one PowerPoint slide. So once you've opened up that folder, you'll find the PowerPoint slide, and it's going to be clearly split up into compulsory and additional tasks. Okay, and that will also have a guideline for how long you should spend on each task. Okay, what we don't want is for you to be spending hours and hours on a task that you're finding difficult. If that's the case, you're finding it tricky, you need to email the teacher that set the work. Okay, their email address will be on that slide, but we don't want you to get overwhelmed with a particular task, because you're going to have tasks for all your subjects. So it's important that you only spend the allotted time on those tasks. So if you're getting to, say, the task says 30 minutes and you still haven't finished it, don't worry, let your teacher know. But it's about making sure that you're using the time properly for all subjects. This slide will also give you any links to any other study materials that you need, or it'll tell you where to find them. And as I said before, if you don't understand the work, you need to email the teacher that set it, and their email address will be on the bottom of that slide. So just to give you an example, here's one that I've done for Year 8 Spanish. So it tells me at the top, compulsory tasks. I know that whether I was in the lesson or whether I wasn't in the lesson, I need to do these tasks. So the first one is my language nut task. I should know my username and login because it should be in my planner. If I don't know for whatever reason, I'll look at the bottom of the slide and there's the teacher's email address. Look, I'm going to email Miss Binnington, me, to find out my username or login. The second task is a Microsoft Forms worksheet, and it tells me that that can be found on the assignment tab. And I'll just show you that briefly in a minute as a recap. Now, at the bottom, I've got my additional tasks. So if I'm not in the lesson that week, for whatever reason, I've got some extra tasks to do just to catch up. So how will I get feedback on my work? Obviously, I'm spending this time doing my work. I want to make sure that I'm getting that feedback. So if your work's been set on a website like LanguageNote or Heggerty, you'll obviously get your automatic feedback like you normally do. However, if you've set it as an assignment, you will find your feedback there. You'll get a notification once your teacher has returned it to you. And there we go. If we have a look, you've got the assignments on the left-hand side, and that is where you'll access your assignment. And you will get your feedback there as well. Now, just a reminder, if for whatever reason you're struggling to complete independent learning at home, maybe because you've only got a phone, it's too small to see it on your phone, or you're having problems with your internet, you can attend Homework Club. That's in the library in the Humanities Pod, so Year 7 and 8 on a Monday, 9 and 10 Wednesdays, etc. Or maybe you just want a little bit of support so that you've got somebody on hand to ask you some questions or guide you through it the first time. Then come along to Homework Club. Obviously, you'll be getting lots of achievement points for completing homework, but we want to make sure that everyone is able to complete that. So I just want to show you quickly Teams. So just as a refresher, I did show you on the slide, but this is where you will access your subject teams. Sorry, you can just see all of my teams here, but obviously you'll only be able to see yours. So for example, if I'm in Year 7, I would click on the Year 7 Spanish. Oh, no. I would not do that. I would click on the Year 7 Spanish tile. And I'm going to go to Files. That's where I'm going to find the work. And then Class Materials. And if I look here, I've got my knowledge organizer, which has been loaded up for a little bit of help. And you'll find this in lots of subjects that they've been uploaded for you. So if you're getting stuck with anything, you can often find your answer on there. If I go back in here, I've got week commencing the 10th of the 1st. So I'm going to go in there. And here's my PowerPoint slide that's explaining everything that I need to do. Okay, so it's split up into my compulsory tasks for everyone and my additional tasks. There's the email address of the teacher at the bottom. And if I go back, one of the tasks is telling me it's on the assignment tab. So just to recap, where will I find the assignment? It's here on the left-hand side, assignments. And there's my assignment that I need to do. Okay, so it tells me exactly where to access everything. Now, this video will be going home to parents as well, so that they know what's expected of you and that they'll also be able to help you. They'll know exactly the same as you, so they'll be able to help you to find how to access your work. If you've got any immediate questions after this video, please check with your form teacher and hopefully they will be able to answer them for you. Okay. And thank you very much.